We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Houston Rockets. Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the heft, a distinctive Latin flavor. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Golden State will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And he gets it to go. And here's Houston. It's Harden with the drive. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He said that they'd be focusing a lot of their defensive energies on containing Ty Lawson, especially in transition. He added, Lawson is one of the fastest players in the league. So if you let him get out and run, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. We've got to keep him in the half court and limit his penetration. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
A 3 ball, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. Harden's got 5 points so far. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Lawson kicks to Howard. Back to Lawson. Soft touch off the glass. He has 5.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Ariza against Curry. Kicks it to Bogut. He feeds it to Thompson. Misses the 3. Houston in the lead. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And Houston again with the bucket. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Green dishes to Bogut. Thompson inside the line. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oniuta sends a screen for Harden. It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. Bogut kicks to Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
That's good from Barnes. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
The 3 from Harden, kept alive by Houston. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's all knotted up.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And the basket by Harden.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside Curry. From the wing. And that one hits back iron.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Now, here is Harden after the miss from Stephen Curry. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustments.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to offer Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. And he sinks the second.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40, mostly because he only took threes, or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting threes.
3 on 3, and here's Harden for 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Curry. Now the pass to Bogut to stop the run, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Bogut's got his first bucket in this one.
You guys, when you think about Trevor Ariza, he was signed by Houston last year to play defense. And did he deliver on that end? He was usually matched up against the opponent's best wing scorer, and he had the highest steals average of his career, almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Howard. Jones comes in for Moniunas. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. And here is Curry. James Harden getting it to go from deep. And it's sent back by Bogut. Thompson outside. Got a piece of it. The open shot by Brewer. And again, the Rockets good for 2. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Warriors trail by 10. Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. It's deflected. Harden outside. From the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Barnes kicks to Green. Banked in off the glass.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Rockets leading by 14. And the jam by Harden.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Now, here's Green. Green, the screen. Curry, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And the basket by Brewer.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now here's Curry. Bogut the pass to Green. On its way from Curry for 2. Curry with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Here is Livingston. Just 5 on the clock. It's Iguodala with the drive.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that jump.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Here's Beverly. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And Beverly kicks to Jones. Good on the three-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 18.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Warriors trail by 18.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
And so it's Houston with it, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Shoots from 12. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his first points in this one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. Harden against Barbosa. Harden draws the double. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Livingston, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
There's a screen by Mona Eunice. Howard wide open. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Rockets lead by 20.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
Now here's Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And that one misses. And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting players, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
First one falls for him.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
The Rockets making a switch here. Thornton's checked in. Now here is Lawson. He has 7. That is good. Lawson's got 9 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game. Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Pass to Spates. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just...
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And, guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Ezeli is out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Here's Curry. Ty Lawson making his last shot. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's Houston on the break. And it's slammed in by Howard.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Curry following the basket by Dwight Howard. Barnes can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Curry with the steal. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Thompson dishes to Curry. Back to Thompson. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Brewer. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
For the Rockets, Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Harden comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. And then for Golden State, Bogut comes in for Ezeli, and it's Draymond Green in for Maurice Spates. Rockets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Warriors took apart the West last season. They went.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
West were the same as the games between 2nd place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
No coverage that time. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Harden with it. 23 points in the game. From deep. Another miss by Harden.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Passes to Green. Green with a screen for Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Beverly against Curry. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive. And Houston again with the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Stolen by Harden. To the inside. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Inside. Here's Capella. That is good.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 27. And stolen by Barnes. Curry passes to Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Moniunas is checked in for Capella. And so here is Houston. Here's Beverly. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Rebounded by Bogut. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Barnes knocks down the 3 ball. Barnes has got 11.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now, here is Harden. Harden draws the double. Beverly wide open, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Beverly's got 5 points in the quarter. Stolen by Beverly. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Stolen by Beverly. Pass to Brewer. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
The Warriors have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Nobody near Barnes. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 14 points for the game.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Here's Harden. Again, the Rockets score.
Boy, Harden is really pouring it on right now. Fear to beard.
Curry against Beverly. Curry kicks to Green. Offensive rebound. And Bogut slams it in.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound. Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Golden State's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Curry dishes to Green. Here's Barnes, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Harden draws the double. Looking for Motiejunas. He gets it there, and he gets it to go. Brewer's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Howard's checked in for Terrence Jones. Reza comes in for Corey Brewer. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
And guys, you know, we talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Now here's Howard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Livingston, that's good. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Here's Iguodala, following the score by Trevor Ariza. There's the dish to Barbosa. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Livingston, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
There's too much standing around here. There's spectators out there. When you're between the lines, you got to be active and moving. They got to look to get that ball inside and get some high percentage chances.
Houston making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Azili comes in for Draymond Green.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final games.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the three-pointer by Dwight Howard. Azili the pass to Spates. The shot misses.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the #2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
And so here is Golden State. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That drops.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now Lawson. He's got 11. Shoots from 12. Motiejunas has the open look, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 4 assists in the game. Livingston. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he's good on the first of 3. Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. With one on the clock, an amazing shot just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging.
And through the first half of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 31 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets? Shaq, how'd you... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. A nice bounce-back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And the jam by Harden.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Outside Curry. Thompson outside. Bogut with a screen on Harden. It's Thompson off the drive. Cans the 12-footer. Thompson's got 14 points for the game.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Back to Harden. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And that's now 35 points for James Harden.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
No good from Bogut.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Outside Curry, looking to get it going. The drive by Green and stolen by Howard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Green, he dishes it to Thompson. Off target from outside.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Barnes with it. Now Lawson defending, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden. There's the pick. Off the screen, and he nails the jumper. And that's now 18 points for Dwight Howard.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg.